Well, we absolutely need some kind of result at against one of the top two teams in the league, and we got it. Pacific won. Halifax won at the Starlight Stadium, and it's a draw that feels like a win. Can you believe these? The for, I mean, this is one where Patrice Geyser, knowing exactly how many youth minutes he needed, decided to do heavy rotation. And I was there were a few choices that on another day I would have been a little concerned about. I figured I would let Pat cook, and he cooked. And it's not something I'd pay top dollar for at a high end restaurant, but I definitely want the recipe so I could make it myself. It was pretty good. We had a lot of everyone put a massive shift in. There's no poor ratings. I was considering giving one to the guy who was responsible for us giving the penalty, but he did just about everything else well. So even if that did affect points, that would be a bit harsh. Everyone put a shift in. It's amazing, and if we can do that in the remaining few games, we can get in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure of it. Ferrazzo and Henry were masterful. Daniels was wonderful every minute of the game. Daniil Henry was captain, which I thought was an interesting choice given the York match. But again, let Pat cook. And he had something. He played like he had something to prove, and he proved it. He proved that he is CPL ready, and he is definitely. And he was amazing. Ruby, Fillion, Campagna, and goal scorer Wilson, all very nice. It was a defensive masterclass. It was really impressive to see, especially after York. One uh, so I mean, the thing is, Pacific really had the Lions had a lot of opportunities. I'm going to go into not the standings, but the match and the secondary stats right now. They had the significant majority of the possession, the shots on goal, the shots off goal, shots on altogether, corner kicks. We had to make a bunch of saves. Fillion did a really good job there. Um, and they were on top of us most of the way through. And yet, the reason they won, no, not they won, they didn't win, duh. But the reason they scored was because of a penalty. And a penalty that actually, frigate, with that amount of saves, I have to update these. With that amount of saves, you could tell that there was a battle at the back. They were all over us, and yet we endured. The fact that we scored against the run of play is amazing, even under the cosh, even against a really good home crowd, even against a team that, while their form has been struggling recently, is definitely capable of good things. That were sub 2 on the 1x bet, and even a draw was almost times 4. And the people who are and the rotated folks who it looked like guys are figured they'd have a point to prove that they could earn their he could earn his minutes and they could earn their minutes on the pitch in the future, and they did. Onway hadn't been there for a while. Again, most nearly every he put a hell of a shift in. Ruby, Ruby was pretty. Ruby was strong in defense. Henry captained them very well. Ferrazzo was phenomenal on that side. Quality fullback work every step of the way. Campagna, we hadn't seen him in a while. He showed that he's still got it. Wilson actually scored against the run of play at a time when we were getting it large. Basically, it's they gave us something to be proud of. They gave us some a reason to think we still in it because we are still in it. After the York home defeat, we really needed some hope, and we got it in spades. And quite honestly, if we perform like that, and if the primary team perform like that against Cavalry in Ottawa, I think we can get 6 out of that, at least 4. I'm proud to follow the Wanderers. They're pretty good at what they do. Come on, you Wanderers. Let's go get Cavalry. League leaders at home. No problem.